Hello and welcome to my next tutorial. In this tutorial I want to show you how to create an advanced breathing animation, but because in the last tutorials I set up the whole stuff for JKA modding with models. That's why I decided to download the file again and start from beginning, that it's like a tutorial series that everyone can follow. So first we're gonna download this file here. Make sure you're gonna take 1.1 here from the Cadric, and then when you have the file you're gonna unzip it. So then we're gonna open, and we need, in my case, because I have Max 2016, I use the 2016 version, and I'm gonna take it, cut it out, and save it under my folder from in base, models, players, and then in the Max anim here, which we created. I think I did not name it right. 0 Max anim. So it should be here. That's better. Okay, then I'm gonna create a new folder called base rig. So that's our base rig in here from Kyle. Gonna import it. So then we can open it by open file. You can use Max to open it, but that's just a bit faster. So it says right now that it cannot find the texture. That's not a problem, because we're gonna click here on browse. Then we, as you can see, it still needs the texture. Then I'm go to add. Then let's search for the Kyle model. That means we're gonna go to our C file, go to base, models, players, and then Kyle. So Kyle, and use path. So then OK, and press to continue. So as you can see, we have now the Kyle model inside with the textures, and here we have some layers. As you can see, you should watch the other tutorial from me, which I gonna talk about the basics of the Cadric and some more. So what I like to add before is we have here some selection like animation export, character rig, face rig, and full rig. When we select that one, as you can see, it will select us the rig, but I like to add one more. I'm gonna select the platform here, the IK platform from the rig, and gonna hold Control, select the next one, select this one here, select that one here, and select the hip here. So, and then I'm call it model movement. So that means when I like to create a jump animation or anything that he has to raise up from the ground, I can just click here on model movement. So the selection here is already on full rig. We should let it to add full rig. That means when you're gonna select the IK platform, for example, and click set key, it will create here a key, but not only for the IK platform. It's right now for the full rig, as you can see. So the first thing what I like to start is activate animation mode auto key. It's really important that you're always gonna start by animating with auto key, and then I like to change the timeline from 101 to 100. So, and the next thing is we're gonna make a basic stand animation. We have to deactivate some stuff here that it's not that annoying. So humanoid skeleton can deactivate, and I think that's it. So okay, first we're gonna start with a simple pose. You can choose any animation you want or any reference you want for this animation. I just made a simple stand animation without weapon in his hand. So make sure we're gonna activate IK. So right now it's default it's set to F key, but we need it as IK. So That means go to the panel here, the motion panel, and change it from FK to IK. So, and then we're gonna move some stuff around, like the foot, gonna rotate him a little bit to the outside. Same goes for that one. We're gonna rotate it a little bit to the outside, like that. Move it a bit out, so that should be fine. Then we're gonna select the hip, move it a little bit down and forward, more. So gonna rotate his hip a little bit back, so, and then we're gonna rotate it a little bit more to this side, and we're gonna move the knee target into the right position of from the knee, so that the knee faces the right position. So what we also can do is select that one here and move it a little bit to the left, so that looks good. Now let's take the arm, gonna move it down like that. So rotate it like this. So more down. Gonna take the shoulder, rotate them a little bit down and a little bit behind. So we should deactivate angle snap tool. It will make it easier, and we can choose local, that we will rotate the bone in the rotation thing here face right now at the same direction as the bone. So okay, I think rotation sphere. Okay, so moving it down here as well. We can rotate it, so moving it more down. And that one here as well. Gonna take the elbow target, moving it a little bit more to the back. Same goes for that one here. So let's take the upper body. Let's rotate it a little bit forward, but moving him a bit backwards. So, okay, I think that should be alright right now. Gonna rotate it more. And that one here. So, a bit more up here. Oh, so that looks good. Okay, we make a simple base pose, nothing special here, but it looks not bad. Could be better, but it could be also worse. So make sure that when that you're gonna view your pose from all sides, that it looks good. In my case, I am pretty happy with it. Nothing special, as I said. So, and now let's get to the animation part. Okay, we're gonna double click here on the layer selection. You can change it down there, sort by hierarchy or sort by layer. So double click on that one here. Now you selected the whole rig, and then we open up here under graph editors the drag view curve editor. So, and then we're gonna go to edit, go to controllers and pick out of range type. So you can see it does not work right now because in that rig, I have no idea why. We should not select the platform here down there by clicking selecting Alt. You can unselect it. Let's see if it works now. Out of range types, still not work. Don't worry, it's the foot platform. I have no idea why, but they does not work. So graph editor, curve editor, and now under edit, controllers, it still not work. Okay, let's see where's the problem. So let's gonna select this pose first and gonna hold shift and move it to the right to frame 100. So let's see if it works now, because there are curves now. edit controllers out of range types. Okay, now it works. Then we go select the out of range types, select the loop option. That means the animation will always loop, even outside of the frames which we selected right now. So this is gonna take maybe some time. So it's done perfectly. So when we're gonna change right now some stuff, or better say we're animating right now the model, you will see that these are right now aligned, but you will see they will change to curves. And because we changed the out of range types, that means everything what's outside from this animation here will also loop. I can show it to you by we go to frame 50, select the hip bone, and then you can go here down. There is X, then Z here. We need the Z option, and we're gonna move it down by clicking 1, 2, 3, 4 times, then the middle one, and we press also the down one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So as you can see, he starts moving right now because we're gonna copy the first frame here to the last, to the frame 100. So, but the next thing what we're gonna do, we're still on frame 50. We're gonna switch to rotation. Make sure we have local selected, and then we're gonna rotate him a little bit backward, so he starts to lean backward. And then we select the upper body, the chest, and move it, rotate it forward. And we can move it a little bit forward, not that much. So as you can see, he starts right now to bend forward. So the next thing what we want to move is the shoulders. We're gonna select the shoulder bone, rotate, then we rotate it backward, and we rotate it upward. So, and the next shoulder as well, the other one as well, upward and backward. So, okay, that looks good. We're gonna take the head as well and rotate it downward. So make sure you have selected that everything's animated at frame 50. If you animated somewhere else, don't worry, select the frame and just move it to frame 50. So select the hands, better say one after another. Then we're gonna move it up like that. We move it to the outside like that. We're gonna rotate it, and we move it a bit more up, and we move it a bit backward and rotate it backwards. So that's good. And the next one as well, gonna select it, move it up, move it up, move it to the outside. So that looks good. Move it backward, rotate it here as well. So, and we have a nice little movement here. So the next thing is, when we're gonna look, selecting the whole model and look at the curve editor here. As you can see, there are some curves in because we changed the out of range type that it always will loop. So this gives us as ability that we can just select the both shoulders at the same time. Go to the curve editor. You will see it's not that many curves like before. And we're gonna select the whole part here, the whole thing, and then we use the arrow key on our keyboard and use the left arrow to go like 8 times back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So then we're gonna start to select the arms here, both. go to curve editor, select the whole stuff, and we go 4 times back. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, and then we're gonna select the chest here, go to curve editor, select the whole part here as well, and then we go 5 times with the arrow key to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we're gonna select the head, curve editor, and then we're gonna select this one here, the whole stuff again with the head, and go 7 times to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, and when we play our animation now, you will see it starts breathing pretty well. Because we're gonna set the whole thing to out of range type to loop, it doesn't matter that we're moving the frames around because it will always repeat. And this gives us this, the ability to move the curves offset that it looks much more realistic. We could even do some more, but I think that's enough for right now. You can play a bit more around because you could take the only the rotation here, for example. That one here, curve editor. Then you have here the whole things. For one shoulder, the other shoulder. Then we're gonna take the I have to scroll up. So you can take just the rotation by holding Control here, and gonna take the rotation curves and move them 2 times to the right again, and then I think it might be better. Maybe 4 times back. So let's see if that's better now. Yeah, didn't change that much, but you could play a bit more around with it. So the next thing what I want to show you is we're gonna export the thing and replace an existing animation. So because this animation is a breathing animation without any weapon in his hand. So we're gonna go to the top here, this little drop down menu, go to animation export. Then it will give us a warning because the animation bones are right now unhide, and it asks us if we want to they are hide. Sorry, the bones are hide, and it asks us if we want to unhide them or when we select them or not, and we press no. So it starts to select the animation bones only, but they are unhide right now. They are hide right now. I can unhide them, as you can see. I'm gonna press no, and then we go to open up the drop down menu here, Max. Go to export and click on export selected. So then you should have installed the XSI tool for Max. We're gonna have to click on that one here, XSI. Then we search for our Max anim folder, for our origin anim folder, which we created. That means we go to our C drive again, go to base, models, players. Then here we have our original anim where our source files are from the animation. Go to our humanoid vader again, and then we search for both underscore stand one underscore both stand one idle one here, that one, and we want to replace it by pressing yes. Then we don't have to change anything here. Gonna let it run through, that it export us the animation. So meanwhile, while it's loading, we can open up the original anim folder, our humanoid vader, and can, is it done? No, not yet. We need to wait until it's done. So because it's an existing animation, we don't have to add anything else, but I will show you at the same time what we will do with custom animations which are not coded in, or not, it's not a base animation. So we have here, for example, our both stand one idle, and I'm gonna copy it and rename it to both underscore new stand. So what we have to do now is that one is already coded in because it's a base animation which we replaced, and this one is a new animation. So we're gonna open up our humanoid care file with Notepad, edit with Notepad. Oh, my laptop is today a bit slow. So then we open it up here, and we have to go down until we see the root animation. We're gonna copy the whole sentences here, the whole thing, and paste it here again, that we have set down root a bit more down. Gonna go to our animation, copy that one here, the name, and with double click we change the root animation here, and with our new animation name. That means there has to be root, but here can be our new animation. Gonna save it, and when we run this through Assimilate right now, that it loads our whole animations. Yeah, this takes some time. So it should be ready. Okay, perfect. When we go down here, we can see our new animation is in here. It's because we edited through the humanoid care file. Then we're gonna change the loop frame to 0 because it should start to repeat. Frame speed 30 is okay. And what we have to change right now is that both stand one idle, which we replaced as existing animation, has another animation called both stand one. Both stand one has like 1 frame, and both stand idle has like 150 frames. So, and we have to change that. That means we go to both stand one. That's the old one. Delete this one. Yes. Then we go to our both stand idle one. Both stand idle one. This one, that's our new one. We change it to 0, that it will start to repeat. Choose our both stand one. Searching here for both stand one. Here, that one. And change the frame count to 1, because both stand one should have 1 frame, and both stand one idle could have 100 with up to, I don't know, you could even add 500 frames. So then press OK, and we can build our little new humanoid.gla file. So should be done. Yes, perfect. Yes, gonna close that one. Gonna cut out the animation config. Go back to our humanoid vader and add it here. So here, delete that one, and now let's go to Rush and open Rush. See a Rush model here, Rush Pennon, and let's see if our animation works. No, yes, and no, and open up. So when we go down, here's our new animation which we added. Works perfectly fine. And when we go up to our stand animation, both stand one, bit more up, up, here, both stand one. Here is our pose, just 1 frame. And here is our idle animation like the new one. So I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. If you have any question, you can ask me. I will put everything that you need down in the description, or at the JKA Hub tutorial that you can that you find anything and can download everything. And if you, as I said, if you have any question, you can ask me on the JKA community Discord server. And bye bye.